Front Row Promotions, supporting and promoting musicians around the globe.
Hey, Lisa here. Lisa Melchert coming to you live, Front Row Promotions, on a Thursday night. How are you all doing? I know it's raining. It's kind of messy outside, but it doesn't stop me. Doesn't stop sunshine here in my house. All right, on Front Row Promotions. So our guest tonight is Controller. I'll tell you a little bit about Controller. Controller is a high-energy alternative metal 5-piece band from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Controller began their journey in 2011, recorded a demo at Temple Recording Studios, and then that's all it took. Then they're on their way. They hit the stages to play in front of all the audiences. Their first time playing was on June 14th, 2021. They played at the Rock and Ride Festival. That sounds fun. I love festivals. Selling their merch and playing enough shows, they were able to afford the cost of recording a full-length album. You know how expensive that can be. They would travel to places like Indianapolis, and also hosting a Halloween festival. I love these festivals. I got to hear all about this. Then that festival was in New Haven, Indiana, I'm sorry. And in July 2021, Controller signed a publishing deal with Curtain Call Records. Congratulations, guys. And then they went on tour to festivals to promote the release of Elements of Humanity EP, and in 2021 through 2022, also including an East Coast tour that included Metal in the Mountains Festival. Love these festivals. That was in West Virginia. So in 2023, they released 2 more EPs and a full East Coast tour. 2024, they have scheduled releases and a tour to begin in March. The new EP, that's what we're promoting. The From Ashes. I love it. I listen to it. It's so cool. You're going to love this. So please welcome Curtain Call Records' very own Controller to the show. Yay! Here they come. Welcome, guys.
What's going on?
Hey,
How are you?
How's it going? Hello.
Yeah. So you've been to a lot of festivals. That's pretty cool. I want to hear all about it. But first, I want to hear about the name Controller.
Controller.
How did that come about?
Jeff.
Yeah, that's all you. Okay, so like me and Steven, when he got back from Georgia, he had moved away for a while, had decided that we were going to get together and start making music. We weren't really sure where it was going, but one issue that had always come up in every band we were in was that someone would undecidedly decide to take the reins and deem themselves the controller. And so the fate of this band, we decided, was in the hands of the music. Anything to serve the music. Everything is, the music controls what Controller does. and not to push up any one individual ego or anything like that. So
Gotcha.
and then the long standing idea is also you're involved with the sort of chaos that's in your life. It's up to you to be able to control that as well. You're the controller of your own life. So giving it to our listeners that they could have like some stake in our name as well.
Awesome. Awesome. So I hear like an echo. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's from the
Yeah.
lovely
Yeah,
weather we're having.
Don't know whose line that's on.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I think it's mine as well. I hear it. I don't hear it now.
Oh.
That's good. Visionary thinking. Oh, now I hear it. It comes and goes, I suppose. Anyways, but that's pretty cool. I love that. Love that. We have a question already. What do you guys tune to?
That'd be a Steve question.
We're really all over the board. We started out with drop D, transition to drop C. Lately, we've been doing a lot in drop B flat and drop A.
Drop A is beast.
Yes, it is. So those
Just
are,
if it's like really deep and it makes us feel like we can eat it with a fork, that's where we generally land at.
I
There
mean,
you go.
a big part of where we kind of landed with the tuning lower nowadays has been, at the end of the day, we're a single guitar band where sometimes, you know, the other bands that have the two solid guitars, they can kind of get that thickness out of everything if they tune a little bit higher by having the two guitars. Since we have one, we kind of take care of all of that with, you know, tuning a little bit lower, get a little bit meatier in everything. So, but yeah, drop B flat and drop A are kind of the two most common tunings nowadays.
Yeah.
Those are, well, we actually had 3 different tunings on the new EP. So
You're a liar, Steve. You're a
yeah,
Uh-oh.
Just keep them guessing. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Gotcha.
question, though. That's awesome.
yep.
So tell us about your writing process.
It changes, honestly, I think, from project to project for us. We used to have a very straightforward writing process in the early days. When we first started off, we fell into a groove of what made sense, what kind of worked, where a lot of times it was Jeff and I, at least on our first album, and also the EP following that. Jeff was living with me at the time. We actually kind of just sat in the back sunroom of my house and for about 8 months wrote out the bulk of the material for those 2 releases, and then kind of just brought it to the guys and went, done.
Oh, there you go.
So there was like a rule of like, if it wasn't good enough to let us remember it, because we just throw out riff after riff after riff. And if it wasn't good enough for us to remember what we wrote in it, then it wasn't good enough to give the time of day to, basically.
Yeah, because we
okay.
had a lot of people ask us over the years, or, you know, because I know a lot of bands do this where they'll just record their own reel of a whole bunch of different riffs and different ideas and then they'll go back through that later on. We've always kind of ran under the idea, no matter what our writing style was for that release, if the riff wasn't memorable the next day, it's not going to be rememberable to any common out there.
If you're not walking around like beatboxing it to yourself, then it really isn't worth it, you know?
Yep.
Like
Yeah, if you don't play it in your head, if it doesn't play it again, it's not going to be something that's going to be catchy. It's going to be hold on to. I got it. Got it. Yeah.
And if it's not memorable for us, it's definitely not going to be rememberable for somebody who doesn't know who we are.
Right.
So
that is very true. I'm telling you, I love your songs. I know you're promoting the song "Believe," and that's pretty cool. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Bob, one shot.
Bob, so it's a really simple premise, vocally, lyrically. You know, it's these days, so everybody's been so downtrodden. We know COVID just changed the world. It was, and this song was even before COVID, but it really kind of made a lot of sense for us to bring it back because it's start believing in yourself. Everybody should. Like, if you're not going to believe in yourself, who is? That is
That's
the
very
epitome
true.
of the song. Don't just believe in yourself, believe in your friends, believe in your brothers, your sisters, everybody. Like, have love as a people and and in yourself, because that's what it's about. It's like,
Absolutely.
now don't get me wrong, just because there's love doesn't mean you should put up with anybody's stuff. In the same regard, like, you have to love everybody. Believe in yourself.
Yes. And don't let anybody steal your shine either.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. That's it. No matter if they tell her, oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You
See,
do what's good for you.
That having somebody tell me I can't do something, yeah, he's laughing. It just doesn't work. I'm just like, oh, I can't watch this.
Watch me.
Yeah,
Watch me, right? Absolutely.
To give a little further context, though, to something that Bob kind of alluded to there, believe in addition to the two other full-length songs on this EP we're promoting right now, were previously released on an old album that we actually did back in 2017. But in all reality, like, every band has that one release where they just wish they didn't put that release out. And in hindsight, you're like, man, we should have just waited. That was that album. That doesn't mean, though, that there weren't things that we wrote that were worthwhile there. And the 3 songs we opted to put onto this EP were 3 of those songs from that we felt we didn't treat right. And on top of it, we at that point had a different drummer. And now that we have Chris, and Chris has been in the band for a couple of years now, we want to actually have the opportunity to kind of put his imprint with what these songs were and what they could be and what they ended up being and everything. So, I mean, honestly, we completely took these 3 songs, ripped them all the way apart, tried to figure out what was the most crucial parts of them to keep them, in line, and then kind of restitched them back together and threw them at Chris and said, put your stamp on everything.
Yeah,
So,
we homogenized it, and Chris was like, "This is going to work as after we pasteurize it." So.
Absolutely. What do you think, Chris?
No, I don't know. I do know that the writing style has definitely evolved over time, even in the 2 years I've been with them. But the songs that they presented, they allow as they said, each member has an opportunity to put their stamp into it, and you feel that throughout all the songs where you hear all 5 parts if you really take the moment to listen. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. I listened to all of the ones. Your music is amazing, let me tell you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My favorite one is, I had it written down. I should know the name of it, right?
It's all right.
We have a few songs we've released over the years. It's fine.
Yes. Of Ashes. Oh my God, I love that one.
Way to go, Jeff.
There you go, Jeff. That's all you.
Neat. So that's the
Eerie.
intro.
It's real eerie sounding.
Yeah. It's just a lot of samples that I gotten from other studios that were no longer going to be used. So I like to breathe life into those little bits and smash together all of our tweener songs that way. And we have opted over the last few EPs to do an intro outro kind of thing, kind of to bookend the entire art piece in the center,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm glad you like that. That's really awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You got it.
The other big part that we've been utilizing those intros for on the latest releases also is our live performance.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually, we always make sure our entrance song is the most current releases intro. Yeah. So anytime you come out to a live show, you'll actually hear us intro our show with whatever the latest intro track is. So
okay. That's what's up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And we have a question or something. We have some more questions coming in.
Okay.
Visionary,
Yes, I love Meshuggah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Masuga?
Yeah, Meshuggah. Chris, do you love Meshuggah?
I cannot honestly answer that. Not my genre.
Oh,
I like Meshuggah.
Y'all know I'm more of the alternative rock.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, we all have our own little different style and flair that we all bring to the table in the band. And that's what makes it work so well. But yeah, me and I would say me and Bob probably lean more towards the Meshuggah. Jeff, a little bit of dabbling.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not in my repertoire. Not in my collection. Not in my playlist. Sorry.
Actually, so just to throw it out there, I got my nose broken in a pit at Meshuggah.
One of those or
shoot.
Pantera.
What was that?
No.
Well, no, dude, I have I'm a glutton for punishment. Like everybody loves to hit me in the face, including you. So it's so
It
like
happened once and it was in a pit and you were in the way. That's all I'm gonna say.
that's fine. That's fair.
But as far as the Meshuggah influence, I could see where you might pull a little bit of that from the guitar side, but to give a little more context, it's less actually Meshuggah for me and a lot more Fear Factory over the years. Dino from Fear Factory has been a lot more of an influence for my guitar style than anything from Meshuggah, but I could easily see with their syncopation and all that from both bands' discography, how you can kind of see that similarity between one or the other. So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
That's a nice call out because the guys are tired of being compared to Deftones. So
yeah.
So, well, who would you bring to the table? Yeah, Chris. Is it Chris?
Most of I don't know. What do I bring to the table? I do a lot more networking. I'm more of the
like who do you like they like this Masuga.
Oh, my style?
Yeah. What bands?
Yeah,
what
what's your
bands style are you bringing, Chris?
Mine.
Influences.
It's like when I first learned drums and was trying to get behind a drum set, I learned from like John Mellencamp and Scott Phillips, of Creed and Tremonti. I got a real blend. My drums, I don't really lay drums down. I try to be a lot more melodic and listen to the vocals and listen to what the guitar is doing. So not only am I keeping time, but I'm trying to lift what I feel is an impact moment for the band, for the vocals, and sometimes with the keys and the bassist. But
yeah, feed the song.
I don't know what kind of style that would be. I don't know. I've never really been posed that.
Epic. Epic.
So
hey Chris, I think somebody agrees with you in your musical styling here.
Put the green eyes away. Put the green eyes away, Steve. Our most recent EP review, the Unsigned Showcase.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
here.
Really dove into the drum parts and appreciates what I brought to the table. So
He's a big fan.
Yeah, he's a big fan of us, which is great. So
It's good.
Yep.
different show though, guys. It's not cool.
I'm just giving them love.
That's right.
There you go. We have another question here from Visionary of God. What kind of guitar pickups do you prefer?
I really do like Fluence. However, what I have loaded in my guitar right now is bare knuckle Ragnaroks. I do like them as far as a passive pickup is concerned. It's probably the best ones I could get for the sound I was looking for. I'd really like to do the Fluence Stephen Carpenter signatures. However, I would need to do a lot of modifications to my guitar in order to fit those in. And I'm just not willing to take a router to my guitar right now. So, yep.
You got a whammy bar?
Nope. Actually,
No whammies?
No, I prefer actually to not have that type of setup. I find it
no floating Floyd.
Yeah, no floating bridge. I find it to be a lot more of a pain than it's worth usually. I can get most of those effects out of my pedals.
Well, and to be fair, for the longest time, there was a lot of drop tuning that was being played. So the last thing you wanted was to have a floating pickup or a floating bridge.
Yep.
Is that if you overdid it, then you were never in tune again. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying "Believe Rocks," Visionary of God. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm trying to say awesome and yes, awesome. Comes out awesome. I don't know. I created a new word. Awesome. Awesome. So at this time, I'd like to play your song "Believe."
Okay. Awesome.
I think I have one video that's not real long, but the other one has the song. So we're going to try to play both, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And here we go. Let me pull it up. Okay, now it's on the other side. Oh, okay. Let me see. It went to here it is. To the other side of the screen. Okay. Bear with me, guys. It's coming.
You're good.
If I pull up a wrong song, I'll just zip it out.
That's cool. We'll just, I'm sitting here drinking beer, just keeping it off camera.
This is just
Here we go. Oh, here's Believe. Wow, absolutely amazing. I love
you.
that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Wow, very touching, very touching.
Nice.
I love stuff like that that just gives you the good feels, the good chills all over, you know, and it makes you feel so good, touches your
Yeah.
soul. Yes.
Awesome. Well, I do appreciate it. That's
You're
awesome.
welcome. You're welcome. So what makes you let's see. I had it on the tip of my tongue and it's kind of like doing. So yeah. What do you like most about being a musician? That's the question.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not a musician. I'm a drummer. So
You're first, Chris. Just because that you're first now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I just said I'm not a musician. I'm a drummer. I just like, I don't know, being in the scene, being with friends, being able to do something you just love to do. That's it's got its work to it, especially with being a drummer and all the pieces. But I don't know, what I love most about it is actually just being able to create and share that with people and watch people just have a good time with something that I'm doing. And obviously sharing it with friends and brothers and yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Having a good time, doing your thing, getting out there and throwing that
Yep.
energy around and make
It beats
everybody
sitting at home watching TV all night long, I guess.
Yeah, very true. Very
Those notes
true.
are still good.
I've got this like for me, I think it's like it's kind of just always been like my family was really musical, but aside of that, like I have kind of ADHD and just a little bit. And sometimes I'll have problems where like songs will just start kind of playing through my head and it's like I have to get them out or do something with them so I
Okay.
can get back to paying attention again. So I mean that's real. That's like as real as I can get about it.
That's
But yeah.
good. That's good. I gotcha.
Therapeutic. It's
Yes.
therapeutic.
Absolutely. And the louder that music goes,
Yeah.
the better.
More
Crank it up.
therapeutic. Damn right.
What about you, Bob?
Bob?
Oh, I actually love interacting with the crowd. Initially, you can ask these guys. Initially,
Hiding behind a hat.
our first show, like from where I am now to where I was initially, I would wear a hat on stage and I would hide
What
behind
kind
it.
of
The
hat, Bob?
microphone, the microphone was right here, and you couldn't see my face because honestly, I still struggle with extreme stage fright, like I do. So the way I counteract that is to basically try my best to just own the situation. So well, all of us are wireless, so including myself. So we come off the stage if we can. We interact with the crowd. I'm having fun. People I know, people I don't know. I'm leaning on them like this and singing a song to them. Like it's
There
the
you
best way.
go. Just own it.
Yeah, exactly. Own it, and it's the best way to. It's the best feeling for me because when I see the
Absolutely.
reactions, nothing is more hilarious than someone being like, "Okay, well, where's the singer? Why is he on stage? What the heck? Like, why is he walking next to me?" It brings a whole different ambiance to the show, which is fun.
That's cool. I love that. Yes.
Because Bob, what was your first hat actually?
It was actually a hat. So it actually said hat across the top because if I was gonna wear a hat, I had to wear that hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went and literally got a custom embroidered hat that just said hat.
Hat. Oh.
Yeah. So when he was like, I
love
need my hat, we knew exactly what we were looking for.
It's mysteriously disappeared in my closet.
My wife still wants that hat, by the way.
I know she does.
Oh.
But yeah, and like I'll round it out. For me, it's always been as much as I enjoy playing live and as much as I enjoy the crowd interaction stuff, for me, it's always been kind of one of those. I've always gravitated more towards the writing part of everything.
Create.
And it's more the part that I like about live is actually when we've worked on something long enough to feel like it was worthwhile to show to everybody else. And that's more my drive to want to actually perform it live, less of a needing the rock star moment type thing and more of a we created something that's actually worthwhile to show to the world. So let's get out there and present it type thing.
Yeah.
So,
It seems you are a rock star.
sure.
Well, when you go
It's
out
the
there,
shoes.
you're on the stage.
It's
You
the
got to give
shoes.
them your
His
all.
shoes,
and
his
that's
shoes
you.
are rock stars.
No, my shoes are the rock star. My shoes own the stage.
That's true.
I have
Oh,
very
okay.
specific shoes I wear. Every
Yeah.
show, there's tons of photos out there specifically of my shoes.
I
Yeah,
have
My
to see
shoes
these
have become
shoes.
more of a member of Controller than I have.
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
So your shoes are controlling the show. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What he's saying is if his shoes could play guitar, he'd be replaced.
Yes,
Oh wow.
very much so.
Well,
They're just
so
waiting to
funny.
buy it. They're hoping to get enough money off of this push to get a computer to replace me. So
well, I mean that's fine.
Oh no. Oh
But-
no.
But yeah, and then with Chad, I know he's not here right now, but I can definitely speak on his behalf with this one. It is all about the live part for Chad.
Yes.
Yeah, he loves playing live.
he's our groove rhythm daddy.
Ah.
He is
Yeah.
there for the show.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So one day I hope to see you live somewhere. Are you traveling anywhere? I know in your tour you have to come to Baltimore. You just have to.
I mean, we
were,
would love to.
we were nearby, not this last tour, but the tour before.
Yeah.
We were in DC
Mhm.
Okay.
on the last tour. We were trying for I think we were trying for Boston also at that point in time. That didn't end up working out, so we just ended up cutting it all the way over to Ohio instead at that point. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
You just zipped across it.
yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, DC is about as far east as we could get with the date, so we ended up starting to head back west after that. But
I see.
we are trying to do not anything that far the rest of this year. I think we're still possibly looking towards maybe Pittsburgh, heading
Yeah.
back towards Akron, Ohio again and stuff like that. But
Okay.
we're also looking at Wisconsin still for this year.
Wisconsin.
Yep. And
After
Tennessee.
we're to Chicago. We're going to be in Tennessee here. Next week?
Yeah. Next.
So,
Yep. The 20th.
Yeah.
Are you coming to PA anytime? Well, I'm kind of close to PA. Depends on which part.
We might be possibly over in Pittsburgh. I don't see us hitting all the way to Philadelphia at this point still this year, but we
Yeah.
might get over to Pittsburgh still.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So somebody else said, Visionary God said, come to Baltimore. Sheila said, we'll
Oh, we want
take
to.
a tour to Baltimore, take a tour to Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be awesome.
That
We
would be
did not
really
hit
good.
the New England or just south of New England area yet. So we were, ironically, Chris and I were just talking about some of the regions we still needed to possibly knock out because we were all the way down in Texas just a few weeks back.
Yeah.
So,
For South by Southwest.
yep.
Logistics and scheduling is really their obstacles right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
my obstacle.
Chris
Sorry,
has
guys.
a few other
Yeah, you're
priorities.
good. We love you.
obligations.
So you have a comment from Visionary of God. Killer video, front row promotions rules, and
Thanks.
controller crushes hardcore.
Nice. Thanks. Yeah.
Woo!
Appreciate that. We were actually really, really happy with the latest video.
I feel blessed.
Kind of stumbled into this guy just on a fluke, and he did a really good job with our video for trusting the process. So shot him some more work for our video for Undefeated. Was really, really happy with that one. That one did really well. So we went ahead and just ended up sending him work for Believe and equally as happy with the work that he did on Believe. So
Absolutely. They're awesome songs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can
You
see
spent
me
so
in the
much
front
time
row,
next
of
to
course, front row promotions, front row. The only way to see a show is where? In the
in the
front row.
front row. That's right.
And I love banging my head. I got all the hair. I mean, might as well. Right? I mean, you know.
as you can see from the live clip of Jeff that we sent over, he likes to bang his head too.
A little bit.
Awesome.
A little
Awesome.
bit.
Mhm.
It's like, what's the
There you
point in
go.
having so much
A
hair
little
if you can't jam it in?
Bob just got a direct compliment there, bud.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment.
Oh,
Absolutely.
And we try very hard to try to make me sound pretty. So thank you.
Aw, and you do. You sound really good.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And Sheila wants to know how's the weather you guys where you guys are. It's beautiful out.
Chris,
Playing
you want to
music
turn the camera
outside.
around to show exactly what it's like right now?
I don't really want to, so I'm just gonna turn my phone.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
Raining.
raining. Yeah. Here
Right
too.
this second, no, about 3 days ago, we were 74 and sunny with no
It was
wind.
gorgeous. It was
Yeah.
We're
gorgeous.
getting there. We're
It was
getting there with
gorgeous
the weather.
yesterday.
If you've never been to Indiana, the old saying here is if you don't like the weather, wait a day, it will change.
yeah.
There you go.
It'll probably snow tomorrow. So
Don't say that.
I know, right?
Yeah, don't say that.
That was last weekend.
That's how it's like here in Baltimore. You never know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And I heard somebody in a different part, of Baltimore, it's snowing. I'm like, you can't be serious.
Right.
I know, but snowflakes further out where it's not like, like out north in the areas out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you can keep it.
Right.
I want summer to come. Yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm
Yeah.
done with the winter. Mm-hmm.
That was us last week. We literally went from one day of warm and rain to the next day we literally had snow and sleet.
Yeah.
This last week.
It was a bit much.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going through the process of change. Mother Nature don't know what to do.
Right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the compliment on the guitar work. I do genuinely try.
You do an awesome job.
I can vouch for Steve on that. Like, he has been very meticulous about trying to dial in his sound.
So he's really lucky. We've gotten to work with our producer Austin Putt. I'm gonna drop his name because he's amazing, and he has made us such better musicians than we ever were beforehand. His work with us has been excellent. So
yeah,
we've referred to him over the years as the sixth member of the band.
Yeah,
because we sound the way we sound, and we are the way we are because of our producer.
Yeah.
So he's been with us for 13 years and counting. So
what is his name again?
Austin
Putt.
Yeah.
Austin Putt. Oh,
yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very good. See that?
It pays. I can give that recommendation to any bands out there. If you can find a producer that understands you, stick with them. Cultivate that relationship. It is invaluable.
Absolutely.
Bring him cookies and beer.
Emphasis on the cookies.
What a combination.
Yeah.
It's emphasis on the cookies. So
emphasis on the cookies. Yeah. For
yes.
Sure.
Well, now, what flavor of cookies?
Well,
for
context, for context, what happens every recording session is my wife actually will bake a batch of whatever type of cookie each member, including Austin, requests.
Aww,
so
sweet. Oh,
yeah.
So cool. I love that.
I got ripped this last time because I only got one cookie.
That's your own fault because you left them there.
Showed up for the days you were recording.
You see how aggressive we get about our cookies?
Yep.
Got to have the cookies. You just got to have them cookies.
I know, right?
But yeah, he is a peanut butter cookie guy.
Yeah.
I love peanut butter cookie. Who loves peanut butter cookie?
Austin and Bob.
Oh yeah, that's all Austin and Bob.
My favorite snack is actually just taking a spoonful of peanut butter and I'm sitting here watching TV, just eating out of the jar. Yep.
Yes. Crunchy peanut butter. Has to be crunchy.
Austin's a creamy guy.
It's all-
Okay. He did it for the
Leave it
cookie.
alone, Bob.
He
He did it all for the
He
cookie.
did it all for
Did
the
it all for
cookie.
the cookie.
Honestly, you're joking right now, but there has been times I've truly wondered if Austin only did the recording session because of the cookies.
For the cookies.
I mean,
Oh,
Like,
okay.
and is your wife bringing cookies again? Is that
Yep.
is that what's happening?
Yep. Yep. And
Yeah, I'll
then
come over if your wife's
everybody gets their pick.
making cookies.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll totally record your band if you're bringing cookies.
There
So
you go. That's the stipulation.
yeah.
It very much is, actually.
it is. It's now expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at contract negotiation for pricing for the studio, there is actually a part of the conversation that's always about how many
Cookies.
dozen worth of cookies are going to be brought over.
Yeah.
That's a major
It is.
yes.
It is. It's a contentious point.
It is.
Well,
Like when
kudos to your wife. Mwah.
Yes.
Yeah. We love you, Em.
she gets
Thanks,
a
Em.
cookie discount.
There you go. Oh my god, that's so funny. So,
Big hardcore rock stars. We're gonna
Yeah.
bring you cookies.
We are so
Cookies.
metal. We're talking about chocolate chip cookies and peanut butter.
chocolate chip cookies and beer.
And beer. And beer.
And beer.
And beer.
Yeah, beer.
Yep.
So if you had to label one word about you, about being a musician, what would that one word be?
Oh,
Chaos.
Who said that?
That's me.
Oh, okay. Chaos?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I think for me it's opposite. I'm focused.
Yeah.
Unfocused? Okay.
No, I am focused. Like
Oh,
Focused.
focused. Oh, I thought you said unfocused. Okay. Focused?
Nope.
Okay.
Mine is unrelenting.
Unrelenting.
Unrelenting. Got it.
I guess the word I want to use is unveiling.
Unveiling.
Because
No.
I
These are all un people.
the word un.
Except
But
for
no-
Chris.
Except for Chris.
He's
No,
funky.
like unveiling because as a lyricist, just like just like any other musician, like as a lyricist, I have a tendency to kind of put myself through words. So I'm really just kind of unveiling my mindset, their mindset. I feed off them just as much as I do myself. So I'm really putting myself into the lyrics. I mean, they can attest to this. Like, there's been songs where I've gone to record and I've like burst into tears because I can't record. Because it's like it's just too much. I've had to take a break. So, for any musician out there, that's wondering what the key to any success is, do what makes you happy and what you feel. So that's why we do it. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So someone wants to know where you are from. I'll let you guys answer that one.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Of this-
In Indiana.
We are in the home of Sweetwater Sound.
Yeah.
So if
Sweetwater
you've heard
Studios. Yep.
Anything from Sweetwater, this is where it's coming from.
And it's surrounded by cornfields.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
everything is
sweet.
surrounded by cornfields
Nice.
here in Indiana.
If
Yeah.
you go to
Wow.
if you fly into Fort Wayne and you do nothing but just drive to Sweetwater, you will think there's nothing from the town and that it is nothing but cornfields because it's the airport's on the outside of town and Sweetwater's on the outside. of town.
And you just drive past
Okay.
Springfield.
And you drive
You
past
will never
cornfields.
see
That's
Fort
all that's
Wayne.
there.
In defense, that is 25% of what Fort Wayne is cornfield.
I mean, it's
Cornfields. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Cool.
If you go about 10 miles any direction outside of Fort Wayne, you are in the middle of nothing but cornfields.
Yep, cornfields.
Good. 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 You guys have a killer sound from Fate to Find.
Oh,
We
thank
play-
Where
you.
you guys at?
Play some shows together. That would be so cool. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Where are you guys out of? Hit us up.
Yeah, we'll do it. Sounds fun. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all about networking and show trading. We've got a couple
Yeah,
coming up that
There you go. That's
Yeah.
what I like. That's what I like. Bring it
Yeah,
together.
hit us up.
Collaborate.
Yeah, hit us up on the Facebook, the Face Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
we
you
actually
go.
have fellow Curtain Call label mates that we got coming up on the 18th of
Yes,
this
on
month.
the- Yep.
Yeah, we're hosting them here at Pierre's here in Fort Wayne, and on the 20th we're heading down to Tennessee to hang with our buddies in Wolves of Oz. So
Close of eyes. Woo!
Woo!
Yep.
perfect. If you talked to John already, awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
how cool is that? I love that. I love people getting together and sharing what they do.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's
Let's go
perfect.
party.
Yes. And then eat cookies afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure you have the cookies. Your wife's going to be pretty busy. And the beer.
Yep.
And
Yeah. Bob's bringing the beer.
why am
Yep.
I singing the beer?
You're the singer.
Bob's bringing the beer. I heard Bob's bringing the beer.
I heard it too.
All right. All right. What beer is it? What's the name? What kind of beer you got?
I prefer whiskey.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Same.
heard Yingling.
Oh, Yingling. Okay, I can
Bringing
deal with
Yingling.
that.
Yingling. Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
I could deal with that.
Yeah, we're,
But whiskey as well. Can we have whiskey as well?
you're the one bringing
This
it.
is okay with
Nothing's
that.
gonna stop you.
Well, I'll
Just
most
say
likely have to drive, so I can't drink.
Yeah,
Cookies
well, that's
and
all right. We'll let you
alcohol.
know how it was.
Well, you can let one of us drive sometime.
Maybe we've already talked about that.
Good.
We're putting our faith in Steve probably for Crossville. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, really?
I just say, uh-oh. No.
Uh-oh.
we're sitting in the
bring it
back. So
together with
uh-oh.
cookies and alcohol. How about that?
Yeah.
There you go.
there's one
There you
thing,
go.
Cookies and alcohol.
There we go.
Fair.
Perfect.
so we'll all get diabetes together.
Oh,
Diabetes.
So,
I'm working on my
so what is
diabetes.
it that makes you? What happened?
No, sorry.
sorry. We are very animated. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love it. You guys are
I'm
so
being
much
on my
fun. This
best
is cool.
behavior.
This is so cool. So, what is it that makes you guys feel passionate about your music?
The fact that I get to do it with my family.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and these are my homies.
Aw.
This is my
I think
dudes.
I'm going to throw it to what Steve said about it's something that we created, and it's something that we're presenting to however many people decide to show up. And
Yeah.
so, in a way, it's like being proud of a child or being proud of something that you've crafted, whether it's music or art or something, and being able to like show it off. So that's probably my answer there.
oh, thank you.
I like it.
Appreciate it. Whoever you are, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Who are you? You gotta have your name on there. Yes. Oh, they want to hear more controller. They want to hear more. I have two. Was it? I think two more songs or one more song.
I was
can
going to
play
say,
one more.
hit us up on all of our socials. We have about 60 songs
Yeah.
over the years.
If you go to basically any of the places that you can find us, you will find most all of our catalog just available to you.
Let's
Awesome.
hear some more music. They want more
They're
music.
saying we're boring at interviews, guys.
I was trying,
Tell them to
man.
shut
They
up,
love
play
your
some music.
They
I was
want some music.
trying, man.
Well, if you want, I think I have what's the song called? The one before this one that came out?
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead
Let's
and play
see,
that.
Because I had the other one was Believer like this,
As
but I don't have the
per
video. Yeah. But I just have the song, but but let's see what we have. This one?
Nope, Suffocate.
That's
Suffocate.
Suffocate.
Okay, we'll hear Suffocate. There we go. This is a good one too.
Everything, but I can't speak. depression is making me suffocate. It seems the only way to go is hiding my backbone. My fear is to be alone as I'm swallowed whole. I need some room to breathe, so I'll suffocate. I need some room to breathe, so I'll suffocate.
Woo! All right.
Yay.
Hey, I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yay. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Pretty cool. Like all those songs are just amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And just to throw it out there, that whole song actually started from our bassist Chad. He came at us with a bass riff that he really wanted to utilize, and thought process behind lyrical content, and said, "Hey Bob, do me a favor. I think you'll put it a little more poetically than I will, but this is my idea." And just kind of, and I was like, "Okay, well, cool, let's do this." And he's very passionate about that song. He loves that song. Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. I love that. Perfect.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys about your podcast.
Yes.
Actually, controller.
Actually, controller, automatically controller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, controller.
And
Atomically.
atomically.
Stop
Yeah.
with the, Bob, stop at the tangent. It's actually controller.
Actually, controller.
Right, that's right.
So
one more time, Bob. It's actually controller.
I forget. I'm sorry. But no, honestly, the way we're acting on this interview, a lot of times it's how we are when we're on the podcast, and they're actually ones that attend it more than I do, which I know everybody's gonna be like, well, what the hell? But like it's kind of. I have trouble right now. I'm having a real hard time like sitting and just like sitting here and being here. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go, boy. So
You
for
need
me,
to
it's
move around a little bit, bounce around.
I'm a pacer. I'm always on my feet. You can ask anybody. I rarely sit. It's just how I am.
Oh, okay.
I have no choice but to be at every podcast because.
Well, yeah, it's at your house. Yeah, it's at your house.
We've done a few different things with the podcast. We're technically in season 2 right now of it. First season was kind of us getting our bearings, kind of getting our feet wet with it, trying different ideas out. We mostly spent the whole first season just kind of talking about topics that, influence bands.
What do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? What should we talk about? I don't know. What are we going to talk about? What we talked about? What are we talking about?
I love it though. That's so cool. You just pick a topic and you just run with it. And then you just silly with each other. That's perfect.
That was like all of season 1.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna check it out. I listened to some of it, but I'm gonna check them out.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah, we first season there are 47 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are just now into season 2. We've cut back on the episodes because we changed format. We are now doing 2 episodes a month. One episode is all interviews where we're bringing in other musicians, photographers, stuff like that. And we're doing an interview episode with them. And then the second episode of the month is a music review episode. We're trying to right now do a lot of different curtain call bands as well as kind of the local bands.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
We're open to get into more regional base, and anybody who wants us to check out their stuff, shoot us a link in the comments. We're on any of our socials. We're always open to finding new bands, check them out, and get our ear on it and everything. Yeah. So,
and again, the podcast is actually controller.
Yes.
just for those that may have been confused by the early banter.
Yes.
So hold on, Chris. What is it again?
I want to make sure we're in control of everything they're listening and hearing.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just got done with actually doing a full edit and render down of the episodes that are coming out in April. We did a little bit of a throwback, and we did 2 episodes for the month of April, where we're talking nothing but this last tour that we went on.
Two episodes. Okay, all right.
I made it 2 episodes. They're very
Buckle
long
up, kids.
episodes.
Yeah, very long episodes of that.
We'll talk about the to and fro on South by.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so being so I wasn't a part of that, how much did you guys say you wanted to kill me?
Not at
That was
all.
only the last-
That rule I don't think was discussed publicly.
Okay, fair.
I don't think that was discussed publicly.
Until now.
It's I will disavow.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
So just evidently, I found out about that I was that there was rule. There's a third rule when it comes to when it comes to the traveling on the road, that we're not allowed to kill Bob.
Oh my goodness.
Well, who's gonna sing? Like, let's be.
But
real.
rules are made to be broken, Bob. So
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, that is our podcast. We've been rolling it for a couple of years now. We're still, at the end of the day, we're also not set on the current format that we got, where it's a constantly evolving process and project, and we're kind of just doing it because we want to kind of have another reason for all of us to get together, hang out, just have some fun, have a few drinks.
Yeah.
And
There you go. It's fun to
figure
do.
nice-
I enjoy myself. I love meeting new people, hanging out with you guys. You're fun. I mean, this is
Aw.
cool. Yes, very cool. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, we're only doing all of this because we're having fun at it.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
we want to be able to share that joy with everybody. So
Very cool. Keep it positive. Keep it flowing on a happy moment, and lift. What's the word I'm looking for? And lift or lift up.
Uplifting.
elevate.
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 Uplifting.
That was the name of our last tour, so that's why it was very fitting. That is Elevate. So
Elevate. There we go. Very good. Very good. So if someone come to you and wanted to, just starting out in the business, and they wanted to get some advice, what would you tell them?
this is actually a good question because it's one of the questions we ask our interviewees when we actually do our podcast.
Yeah,
For
Steve,
me-
start.
Yeah, for me personally, I would honestly say anybody who's getting into it fresh, first make sure you're doing it with people that you are genuinely connecting with. You got to make sure the personalities click, because if the personalities don't click and you're not enjoying yourself, it doesn't matter how good the product is. It's not going to go and last the test of time. You got to have all the personalities click. You got to be having fun. Because if you end up having fun with it, regardless if you make money at it, regardless if you're paying the mortgage, it's not going to matter. You're still going to end up having the same passion and the same drive to do it until you decide not to. So
Absolutely.
that'd be my
It's
number
called
one
playing music, not working music.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think another good bit of advice is stay true to yourself when writing. Don't second guess yourself. A lot of musicians have a tendency to do that. Even now, with as much as we've written, we second guess ourselves all the time. Does this really sound good? So usually, if you work at it and you work at it and you work at it, and you know you've got it fine tuned, and you know you're satisfied with it, don't second guess it.
Yeah.
And never worry about the size of the crowd. Like we've played to huge crowds, we've played to nobody but the bartender and the owner. Like you have shows like that, and it's unfortunate and it sucks, but you still treat it like a show.
Yeah.
Right.
You still go out there and
no matter what, because you don't know who's going to walk in the door.
Right.
You don't
Exactly.
know. And you got to keep sounding wonderful. Yeah.
So I mean so just stay positive, stay true to your art, and just rock it, own it. That's the best advice I could give.
I love that. That's again, you said own it. I love that. You should have it on a bumper sticker.
Own it, own it, control it.
Own it.
Hey, Jeff, own it. Make it
Own
yours.
it.
Own it.
That's
Chris, did
hilarious.
you answer?
I would say probably do it with intent and make friends, because the more friends you make in the scene, the more friends you make around, it makes it a lot more fun, regardless of what level you play at. Like Bob said, whether you're playing to 5 or 50 or 500, it's a lot more fun when you're surrounded by friends, and they don't have to be like your besties, but like people that genuinely care about what you're doing
Yeah.
to support you. And doing it with intent means like you have to know why you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
If you're really solely doing it for money, you've got to make sure you're ready to go after it just for the money. If you're doing it to have fun, continue to press and have fun, and just remind yourself a bad show doesn't mean it wasn't fun. It just means some things went wrong. So
Yeah.
do it with intent and do it. Make sure you're finding some friends in it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like that. Very
Yeah.
good answers. Very cool. Very cool.
Jeff?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be in 4 bands if I didn't do it with intent.
4 bands. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And
It's so
that's-
busy.
mine kind of falls in that same realm of like the whole intent to put your heart into it. Like don't allow yourself to only go halfway, like just if you're gonna do it, throw yourself all in and allow yourself that, instead of second guessing and being like, because the what ifs will kill you, so
Yeah,
just
what
go
if
do the
it-
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
just go do the thing.
Just jump in there. Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your I know we're running, low on time, but I need to hear some about the festivals. I need to hear tell me a good story about the festival.
So Steve, you want to tell her about how we almost cooked a bassist in the back of Chris's vehicle?
Do
Go
we
ahead.
want that story, or do we want the story about how Chris and I almost murdered Chad?
Yeah, I think it's the same.
No. And I'm not talking about him getting baked by the staff in the trailer. I'm talking about how Chris and I got woke up.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so
Oh my goodness.
I will give you 2 stories from Metal in the Mountains.
Okay.
2022 tour, we had a date in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Awesome show. We played Edge Destiny, Defiant, a couple other bands on the curtain call.
Yeah.
Fun show, great time.
We stayed to support the whole show. That's very important.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
we
rolled
did
out of
stay
there
to the
after
entire show,
load
so.
up, after payout, after all that was said and done, and saying bye to everybody. It was about midnight. Metal in the Mountains had a call for load in. We were told at 9 a.m. So we had to drive through the night directly after getting done playing and leaving at midnight. Chris,
After leaving Cleveland at 10:30 Friday morning.
Somewhere about there. The way that Chris works is obviously Chris is driving. I'm usually in the passenger seat, and I stay awake to the best of my ability the whole time. I think I dozed off a couple times for 5 minutes. Either way, though, I was maybe about 30 minutes more sleep than what Chris was rocking at this point in time. So we get into pipe stem for the festival. We're first ones there. We pull off to the side.
6:30.
Like 6:30 in the morning.
Oh,
So we're
no.
like, all right, we can get at least a couple hours of sleep. Chad gets up. He walks around the grounds and everything. The promoter catches him, asks him who he's with, and then immediately says, hey, why don't you go get your guys and start loading up on the stage now? This is a little before 8 a.m. That this
Oh
is
my
happening.
God.
So Chris and I have been asleep for maybe 45 minutes, and I get poked through the window. Hey, we have to go load the stage right now. Chris and I both roll over. I've never given somebody such dagger eyes before in my entire life. That moment right there. Yep. So we end up, we begrudgingly wake up, we go, we load up, we start doing sound check. We're first on. So we had like an 11 or 11:30 slot. I can't remember which one. But the way that they were staged is they could only have 2 vehicles at the side stage for load in and load out. So everybody had to just keep moving. Well, because of the way that we had everything in the trailer, we didn't have a chance to actually properly repack it getting off of the stage. So we're trying to put stuff in. They got stage hands trying to put stuff in. We couldn't get everything in correctly. So at that point, Chad says, I'm going to get in the trailer, close the door on me, and I'm going to hold everything in place till we drive off to the side lot.
Because we had to get out of the way. There was another band waiting for us to move so they could get loaded up on stage.
And this
Yeah.
is August. We're, I think, at about 90 degrees already
Yes,
by this
90
point.
I was going to say, what was
In
the
a
weather?
pitch black coated trailer.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we're trying to
Oh,
immediately drive off to the side lot, and understandably, they have parking attendants all over the place that are trying to direct traffic and everything. But we kind of hoped that it was pretty obvious that we were one of the bands because we were towing a trailer. The parking
Right.
attendant refused to let us drive into the lot without trying to actually have us pay for parking. So Chad is in the trailer. Chris is trying to argue. I'm running up at this point in time because I was on foot. I'm running up. I'm talking to the parking attendant. As Chris is talking to the parking attendant, we're both trying to convince her that she is literally baking a human being in the right now by not letting us in. So he was in the back of the trailer for probably 10 to 12 minutes straight.
Oh my God. And 90
90-degree full blackout trailer and everything. We open the door and he's bald. So I'm not joking when I say a full stream of sweat just started pouring off of his head, and he's standing
Literally.
outside the trailer just trying to get fresh air because he's about to pass out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a long 10 to 12
Yep.
minutes of being there.
Yeah,
This
so we
all
tried to
happened-
bake our bassist.
Yeah.
These two
no.
stories all happened in the course of only about 5 hours.
Oh, shoot.
His name could have been Cupcake.
It could have been
Cupcake. And what's his name? Chad?
Chad,
He's so
Cupcake
Chad.
Chad. There we go.
Yeah, that was at Metal in the Mountain. So that as fun
Yeah.
of a festival as it was, it's almost the stories that happened with us not being on stage that are the more memorable stories
Yeah.
about
There
that
you go.
festival than what
Yeah.
did happen on
Did
stage.
it turn out to be a good show after all that?
It was a
Yes.
great show.
Yeah. It was a
Great
wonderful show. Got to play to
Cultist
people.
Black was on the bill. Gemini Syndrome was headlining that one September morning, who we became buddies with at a show here in Fort Wayne
Mhm.
with prior to that date and everything.
Yeah.
Were also on the bill. So
Nice.
we had some people we recognize, and Defiant was also fellow Curtain Call label mates. They
Yeah.
were also on the festival, and they were their merch booth was set up next to ours.
Nice.
No, we pretty much hung out with them throughout, as well as like the people walking around and whatnot. Yeah, it was good times.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Sounds like a lot of fun, guys. It sounds like you guys have a wonderful time out there.
we tried.
And I'm telling you, to be a musician is very, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Sounds
feels
like it's
super
very
blessed.
fun.
It's
Yes.
a lot of work, but it's very rewarding if you do it the right way.
There
Yeah.
you go. Awesome. Awesome. I know we're running low on time, but I could talk to you guys for hours. Oh my God,
Aw.
this is amazing. So cool. So
Thanks.
cool.
Awesome.
So yeah. Anything else you would like to say to your fans out there?
Thank you very much for all
yeah.
of the support and all the love over the years.
We love your guts.
Yeah, 13
Yeah.
years going, and you're still listening. So thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
And if, for any new friends and fans out there, check out our socials. We're on Face Trash. We're on the Twitters, the Instagrams, the YouTubes.
We're
Check
gonna
us out.
Bob, we're gonna make it easy. Literally everything and anything we're online with, go to Linktree/controller33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Controller 33.
There you go.
Link
That works
3,
too.
Controller 33.
This is why we call him can't stop, won't stop.
Come like and comment on everything that we do. Let us know that you appreciate us. We appreciate you guys. So
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And next EP is coming out at the end of the year. We got one more EP coming out this year still. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
recording's already done. We're in mixing stage now. So
Yep.
Yay!
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. It makes me happy. Very cool. Also, I wanted to tell you too, whatever you have, feel free to post it on my page on Front Row Promotions. I have two pages. One's the group page on Facebook. Well, they're both on Facebook, but one's the group page and the other one's the actual page. So feel free to post away, and
Thank you so
I
much.
have to approve
Thank
it,
you.
but you're welcome because I have to keep out the spam and everything. But
No,
I have to
Completely
approve it,
understand.
and you're in. Yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
you're very welcome, very welcome. And I would love to have you guys back on very soon.
Thank you
When
for
you have
the
something more to promote, definitely we'll have you back
Yeah,
on.
thanks for having us. Definitely when we get that other EP ready to roll.
Absolutely, you got it.
And
You got
if we head out to the East Coast, we'll definitely blow you guys up. So that way, we're headed your way.
Absolutely. Contact me and I'll let you know, and I can send you some areas of like some venues if you're
Awesome.
That
interested.
would be excellent. That would
Cookies
be-
and beer on Bob.
Yeah,
I
cookies
love
and beer on Bob.
Hold on, no, just the beer. Cookies or somebody else.
That's right. Okay, I'll bring the beer.
Yeah.
Alcohol, whichever. There you go.
Awesome.
Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
all.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.
everybody, for coming to Front Row Promotions. Support live music, music in the making, and music everywhere. You have been here with Lisa Melchert with our fantastic guests with Controller. And I
Thank
want
you
you
so
all to
much.
have, you're welcome. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you
Support
guys.
that music.
Bye.
Yes. Yay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Front Row Promotions, supporting and promoting musicians around the globe.